All right. Hey guys, welcome back. All right, let's get into this. It's going to be a today's topic video. It is going to be for the 3rd of August. Sorry, I prefer these to come out 2 days in advance, but right now we're just rocking kind of like one day in advance. So I apologize for that. We'll get us caught up a little bit probably by Monday. But we have got card 3, so maybe this is perfect. Maybe it's supposed to be for the 3rd of August. The fact that we do have, hey, AC, you generous little soul. Thank you, Angel. We've got the energy of 3, which could be very much about either like a union, like a me, myself, and I kind of energy. We see a character who is sitting here and she's like in her present moment, but still thinking about her future, but kind of sitting up on this block as if it's like, where what we've already come from. So, like, past, present, future is the way this is speaking to me right now. She's, I think, got, I'll say, ideas of what she's trying to manifest. We've got some sacred geometry that she seems to be like breathing right out of her, nostrils here into existence, and this bright divine light around her. So I'm going to say this could be more about somebody planning for the future, planning for what they really want. And it looks like they're planning with great positive intentions. Yeah, it's definitely about the future. 7 of Pentacles is about elapse of time. It's about the energy that we have put into something, what we have built, what we have grown. We see these like little dwarfs here that are mining emeralds. And of course, green is the color of the heart chakra. AC, I love the fact that you put green hearts there. That's so perfect for the heart chakra. The light, so nice to see you, babe. This feels so positive. It feels like our character has been focusing on healing. Maybe they've been working on healing for quite a while, since that is about healing a heart chakra. If somebody's been mining, it's like going deep inside of themselves, perhaps. And usually a 7 of Pentacles is about a passage of time. So if our characters said, you know what, I'm picturing what my future is going to be as I've been, doing the work, I've been developing, I've been healing, I've been doing what I need to internally. Normally, though, this is like it's pretty much harvest time. So let's see. We have a 6 of Wands in the reverse. If our character has been specifically trying to heal, ooh. Okay, that was excitable cards, and we got quite a few of them. So we're going to see what our character's been trying to heal. Certainly, they've been trying to heal the feeling of like a loss or lack of success, perhaps, and that's a really good thing to be able to acknowledge. Like, man, I've been feeling woeful, or I haven't been feeling empowered or confident, and that's what I've been working on healing in my heart. But let's see the specifics. We have an Ace of Pentacles ended up in the reverse, King of Swords in the reverse, King of Wands in the reverse, Page of Swords in the reverse, and the Page of Pentacles sideways. Well, no wonder this poor little thing has felt like not very successful. They had a bad run. Let's be honest. Like, when you got 2 kings in the reverse, this is like selfish and unfair instead of loving and honest. And if it was really confusing, and if somebody didn't try to invest and get to know, our lead character, and by contrast, our lead character wound up in relationships with people that were like reinforcing like selfish traits. And it's like, oh my God, when is this going to change? When am I going to like quit this run of bad luck that I seem to be having? Is this all I'm going to meet? Because I don't even know if I want to talk to people anymore. Like, that's what it feels like. Like, our character has been, wise enough to say, I need to, heal what I need to, because this brought me down. This made me sad. I don't like dealing with people that are selfish and, kind of mean and so hyper focused on themselves. And I definitely think that I'm going to say she, but please do remember that I don't actually read for genders, but we do have a feminine that came out first. So we're going to say she perhaps dealt with 2 different partners. a King of Swords, a King of Wands, so possibly a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, and then also possibly Leo, Sag, or Aries. Did I say Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, or did I say Leo twice? I'm so sorry about that. I don't know what just popped out of my mouth. My head's a little goobery today. Um, it just feels like if that's what she went through, I could understand where it's like, look, I'm not so sure that I've wanted to deal with anybody else for a while. I think that makes sense. Anytime we've been through something tough, something where we just got tired, we just got overwhelmed by it, overwhelmed by the relationships we were finding, wondering, like, is that all that's out there? I could see why our character was wise enough to say, this is bringing me down, and I think I need to heal up my heart from this. But I think that our character has done that. I think this says she has healed her heart. 7 of Cups, 10 of Wands, Ace of Cups. This looks amazing, actually. She's back to being able to recognize that the world is full of people. And yes, she may have, pulled pulled 2 negative cards, as far as like encountering 2 different kings, both of whom were in their, kind of karmic energy of cycles of behavior that they hadn't grown out of yet. But it's like, yeah, but there's a lot of other people. There's a lot of other fish in the sea. There's many, many other cups of love to consider. And it does feel like I'll say hope is back for her. There's something here about on the 3rd, maybe she's aware that she feels more healed. Maybe she's aware that it's been a while that she's been healing. And now, she can literally say, oh yeah, I had a couple of, duds in a row, but I do know that there's other people out there. And maybe most importantly, I healed my own heart. I filled my own cup, and I really have laid down some burdens surrounding all of this. She may not be ready to go out and, meet somebody new like on the 3rd of August, but we definitely see her perhaps like ready to at least, I'll just say, at least recognize that there's more story ahead for her. Get that 5 of Swords. I think she's taken on a new perspective. Those kings that she's not with, if it ended poorly, if it ended with silence, if it ended with solitude, and it was like a battle of wills or a battle of ghosting or something, I think she's like, they can have that trophy. Honestly, this card is so interesting to me because yes, the 5 of Swords can be, I want to win. But when your idea of winning is, I'm going to ghost you, I'm going to be selfish, I'm going to get my way, I'm not going to care about your feelings. And obviously 2 kings, both in the reverse, they would have that kind of behavior. Yes, she says, you can go ahead and win that game. It's not even a game I want to play. You take the prize. Oh, I'm hearing that song by ABBA, The Winner Takes It All. I don't want to talk if it makes you feel sad. Gods may roll the dice. Their hands as cold as ice, and someone way down here loses someone dear. Great song. But I don't, that certainly has a melancholy aspect to it. And I don't feel like this is melancholy. I mean, maybe a smidge, because it's like, doesn't it suck that sometimes people choose to lose at the game of love instead of just like maybe break karmic cycles and maybe be willing to love? Here's the thing. She's learned that. That's such a big lesson with that 7 of Pentacles. Once again, we see that she's planted these new seeds for herself. This is that same card. This is one of the things that she's healed from. She sees it in such a different light. I would say that's probably more of why we have past, present, future. Sometimes to be able to look forward to our future and feel excited again, feel happy again about the opportunity to meet other people is because we're able to digest what already happened. We're not being triggered by it. We're just recognizing that's what I healed from. They played stupid games with me and they won the stupid prize. They ghosted me. They left me. That's okay. That's okay. They were in karmic cycles. They helped me to grow in recognizing sometimes people stay stuck in their karmic cycles. It's not even that they didn't love me. It's that for some reason I don't know. I think I'm just going to say this because it's in my head. I have a feeling she actually has some real true strength to her. She may also be pretty divinely protected or divinely inspired, I'll say, because we got a lot of sevens for her. We get the Seven of Pentacles twice, and we've got that Seven of Cups, and seven is a divine number. But I'm wondering if she triggers people that are in karmic cycles. I wonder if she both attracts individuals in karmic cycles and repels them at the same time. If she had two different people that she loved very much once upon a time, and both of whom were incapable of giving love in return, or even seeing what it would require to love another person, I think, and she didn't see change in them. It's not like these lovers are coming back and it's like, oh, I'm all rehabbed and changed. I totally want to love you right now. I could see how that would be super disappointing to say, how come I keep getting people that are not loving, not warm, not balanced? How come I keep meeting people that have such a hunger and a need for all the attention to be on them? And if they don't get what they want from me, or if I trigger them, then they feel like they win by punishing me with silence and leaving or ghosting. To me, this is a ghosting card. This is, I want to win by gray walling you, stonewalling you. And I think she had that happen at least twice. And I think that could be really painful and hurtful. Or we could look at it for what it is and be like, what I realize is I've attracted people that are in karmic cycles. And maybe that's because the very strength that I possess is what they want. But then I also end up triggering them because they would have to, kind of like break their own karmic cycle. They'd have to be willing to grow, because you notice she's all about growth. We've got the card of growth twice. So I think, look, I'm not saying it's fair that she somehow signed up cosmically to try to help people learn how to grow. But you can see clearly that's what her gift is. She's somebody who's really good at growing, even through difficult things. She's good at going deep into her heart space. She's good at, nurturing growth. She's good at stepping back and assessing things and asking herself, what can I take away from this? She should have been a huge source of inspiration to those two kings. Unfortunately, I think she triggered two different people that were already trapped in a karmic cycle of, I'm hungry, me, 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 me. Tell me I'm special. Tell me I make me the focal point of your life. Reassure me all the time. Tell me I'm really good. Tell me I'm really great. I need you to do that for me. And if you, at any point in time, don't feed me what I need, I'm going to get mad and I'm going to punish you with silence. That's what I see in this story. It's very specific, I know, but it's interesting because if she is accepting that happened in the past, I dealt with people, I'm reflecting on what what happened in these things, but I'm also really excited about my future because I can see what I learned out of those past relationships. All it's done is help me understand what my gift is. I'm about growth. Okay, so what does that mean for her? If she's recognizing this, then what does that mean moving forward? Embodiment of Pentacles. She's ready to match with an upright king. And guess what? A king who, again, is all about growth. He's even got his green crown. This is, the King of Pentacles, embodiment of Pentacles. I can't see a better partner, a better match for her. If she's just now recognizing this, realizing this, oh my God, I'm ready for somebody who's already broken their own patterns and cycles, somebody who's already grown, and somebody that I can, in turn, enjoy harvesting, what we've grown, which is basically ourselves, our own identities. I think she's done kind of like helping other people on their journeys for a bit. And I think maybe she had to. Let me just ask, was the King of Wands and the King of Swords, were they like past life people, or somebody that she had to help them a little bit? We got the Ten of Pentacles. I don't know if this is part of her like soul group. I don't know if she, look, she left a mark in their lives. She absolutely did. They may still never speak to her again, but she gave them some kind of taste of I kept saying it's like they were hungry. I need attention. You got to give attention to me. Those two kings in the reverse were hungry, and she was definitely like supplying them with energy. With that 10 of Pentacles, she was sharing her gifts with them. I do think she made an impact for them. She may never know this, but she maybe helped them in their big time of need. Maybe they came to her fairly broken, maybe, bent out of shape, maybe angry at the world or not feeling good enough about themselves. And then they came in and they took a lot from her. But this 10 of Pentacles says, thank God she had enough to share. She did learn something out of these relationships, though, as well. She learned, unfortunately, she learned how to heal herself, and she learned that that is my gift. I know how to focus on growing. I don't think that there's any more story for her with those two exes. I think that everything about this story, even from the beginning, said it's great to recognize why we interacted with certain people, but it's maybe even better to then apply what we learned to our future. And that's what we have happening for her. So what is significant about the third for this? Queen of Wands. We definitely see her like emerging in this new kind of brilliant light. She may stand tall, stand beautiful, stand proud. The 3rd of August could be, I can't believe we're already in August. This is nuts. And that we're 3 days in. Oh my God, I can't keep up right now. But sorry, I digress. But it just looks like she herself is maybe stepping into her most empowered state, her most lovely and passionate and self-content and self-accepting version of herself on the 3rd. Again, this could be a masculine stepping into their feminine energy, but this is somebody who actually really does like themselves. This is somebody who's not feeling sad anymore. They're not, it's the exact opposite of this. Like the lesson she needed to learn has been learned, because that 6 of Wands was in the reverse. Now she's the Queen of Wands upright. She's very empowered. She's maybe even proud that she was able to maybe help a couple people in her past instead of feeling drained by it or instead of feeling hurt by it. I love the energy that she's in, which is also the energy we want to see her in, so that she can, first off, mentally believe that there is better out there for her and that she can and will attract a King of Pentacles. Because, these other cards said she has to be able to look to her future, and her future is like, you have new choices to make, Queen. You don't have to carry any more of the, wounds of the past. This is really time for her to not think about exes anymore. Like, period. Those chapters are done, and it's all about, you done good. Like that's what I want to say to her. Like she helped people. She helped those exes. And thinking about it like that, instead of thinking about it like lost love, or thinking about it like, romantic partners that weren't there for me, or people that left me scarred, instead saying, oh no, I helped some people. We don't even have to refer to them as exes anymore. She doesn't have to refer to them as that. It's like, oh no, I helped out some people in my lifetime. That's a better label for those relationships of the past. People she helped. The same way we would talk about it if we saw somebody broken down on the road and we, help push their car out of the way of traffic. Oh, I just helped somebody earlier today. That is about the emotional equivalent left for this. She can feel good about the experiences. She was of assistance to others. But now let's get back to her life, right? Let's get her into her life. Is this happening really soon then? Is this like, could she meet somebody that early? It's the day that she recognizes this. It's the day that she starts to feel really freaking good. And it's a day that represents this turning point for her. I don't know that it's the day she meets the King of Pentacles. I think it's more important that it's a day that she recognizes everything we've been talking about, which is, hey, I helped some people. No, I don't have to talk about them as my exes. I don't even have to remember the whole experience. I just know I'm glad I helped a couple people. But anyway, onward to my future now. I feel sexy. I feel saucy. I feel powerful. I feel like today is going to be a good day. And this marks like the next chapter of my life. It really feels very much, I don't know if she's going to swagger around a little more. feel more comfortable in her own skin, her own body, look at herself in the mirror a little different, be like, I haven't seen myself as attractive in a long time. Because the Queen of Wands sees her value. She sees it. She likes herself. She has, positive affirmations for herself. And when we know that we helped other people, sometimes that does make us feel really good. Such a great way to look at painful endings with exes where they were in karmic cycles. Instead of being like, oh, they were karmic, oh, they were trouble, they were toxic, blah, blah, blah. We have completely flipped that dialogue into something that she can actually be proud of. Instead, that she did her best and she maybe helped them and she fed them something when they were hungry. She fed them kindness. She fed them, whatever her energy was that she shared with them. They didn't come to the table with anything, but she gave them, like a very generous meal, we'll say. And she can feel good about that. And she can also just move on from that. That is such a huge breakthrough. I mean, that right there is enough of a story anyway. If that's what you're doing in a day, holy hell, that's like erasing, possibly 25 years of bad relationships and doing it that fast in one day. So I would say the 3rd of August is a freaking fabulous day for this character. Such a wonderful breakthrough, and that really does set the tone and changes the rest of her life with that Ace of Pentacles and the Fool card. The Fool is card 0. It is the baby. It's the brand new. It's like if we were born on the 3rd of August. We were born that very day, only we happen to have the advantage of still being in this same, adult human grown up body, but we are like born again as this brand new, card 0. We begin a journey. And granted, we come in with a lifetime of experiences we've already had, but the next chapter, it's like a clean slate. Now, that could mean that she'll have new lessons to learn. She'll certainly have new people because we already got a glimpse of what's ahead, and she's got a King of Pentacles on the horizon. But this says, I mean, brave and bold. I keep feeling like she's going to be stepping out of the house with her, like, looking good, feeling good, wearing her favorite outfit. We do see footwear in both of these, a little bit of the toes peeking out from under this voluminous, beautiful tangerine dress, and then some hiking boots here as well. But I'm wondering if she's like got a pair of shoes in particular she loves, or if we need to bring 2 pair of shoes on the 3rd, fancy shoes and then sensible or like adventurous shoes. I will say this, I almost always keep a spare set of shoes in my car, simply because I do travel quite a bit, and it's like I got to be able to, sometimes you don't know what terrain you're going to be in, or, what else is going to happen in a day. So I always keep a second pair of shoes. But I'm just wondering if either what she wears or what footwear she's going to have on is important, or if symbolically, maybe she's going to buy herself a new pair of shoes on the 3rd because it represents, this is how I step forward from here on out. Comfortable shoes are really, really important. I don't get like sexy, painful stilettos. I'm picturing she still probably has, because if your feet are comfortable, you can go a lot further in life. When you got stuff pinching, it's we've all done the Vegas limp, right? Anybody out there who's ever worn, men and women alike, if you've worn great looking shoes in Vegas, nothing is as close together as it appears to be at first. And 7 miles down the strip, all of a sudden you're realizing your baby toe is about to become a casualty of your footwear. So I don't know, there's something there about careful what shoes she wears. The Magician is here. It's going to be a powerful day. I feel like it's a day where things drop into her lap, things drop into her hands. This could be anything from an opportunity to, bumping into someone she didn't expect to bump into. God, again, we have the open hands. We have the Hierophant. And I just want to point this out. Remember we said it's like she helped those exes, right? She offered them like nourishment at some point. I don't know where there it is, the 10 of Pentacles. She offered them, abundance and support. And you notice now it's like it's coming back into her hands. Once upon a time, everybody was there to take what she had, and she kept sharing it with exes. Now it's just her hands, and what we have is the divine is gifting back to her. It's, I really think this is such a powerful message because it does talk about, that flow of energy. Sometimes we're the one that it's like, well, I have this, but oh, okay, you can have it instead. Sure. And you need some, and you need, okay, I guess I don't have anything left in my hands because I gave it all away. But when we are generous with what we, the energy that we give, the love that we share with people, and then we also are saying, okay, I guess maybe the universe will help me refill what I was holding in my hands. It's like, yep, that's exactly it. It's a constant flow of, maybe she's kind of like a bit of an assistant to the divine here, because we certainly have a divine energy with that Hierophant card, but we also have like magical energy coming in. All I can say is her hands are about to be filled. That could be in two different ways. So not only does she need some good shoes on, not only is she walking kind of a new path, and I have to mention this could be money. The big fish represents good fortune. Uh, she could find money. That could be, why we keep seeing the shoes looking down while you're walking. Maybe she's going to stumble across money, stumble across somebody's wallet, call them, give it back to them, and then they give her a reward for being honest. And, you never know. Sometimes serendipitous things, one thing leads to another, leads to another. Hell, maybe that becomes that King of Pentacles. She's walking, looking down, finds somebody's wallet, calls them up, gets it back to them, and maybe the real gift is that that's the person she was supposed to meet. I just feel like when the divine gets involved like this, anything can happen. Unexpected things can happen, because now we're talking about like serendipitous things. Certainly, it's some of her wildest dreams start to play out in her life. So expect on the 3rd of August, expect interesting things to occur, little things and big things alike. She may wind up having, Lainey loves, thank you, Angel. You are so sweet. Thank you, honey. So generous. Um, she may wind up having, this is so weird, and it's so little, and it doesn't seem like it would be a very big blessing, perhaps, but you know, sometimes the stuff that we want, I'll use really stupid, but I really needed some cinder blocks because I needed to rearrange and change my raised garden beds, and I needed them to be up but not up too high, and I needed cinder blocks to lay a baseline and then stack them on top of. And I was like, I got to get some cinder blocks. And then I found them for free on the side of the road with a little free sign, and I was like, how awesome is that? Oh my God. And it was in the same week that I needed to get some cinder blocks. Now, I know they're not very expensive items, but it was way more fun to find it by the side of the road with a free sign on it. I was delighted. I happened to be driving my truck, so pulled over, got me some cinder blocks, and my garden looks nice. I know that's a dumb example of like things unexpectedly that we want that fall into our hands, but I'm thinking along the lines of little tiny things like that she's wanted to manifest, little tiny details, things that are tiny enough to hold in her hands. Maybe she's wanted to find like a really cool night light to plug into her bathroom at night, and then she finds the perfect one. Maybe she wanted to find something that would be the perfect gift for a friend. Maybe she wanted, this kind of looks like a piece of jewelry as well, like some sacred geometry type of jewelry. And she may find just the thing, or somebody gifts her some beautiful something or other that's just right. And then with that Hierophant card, with, this is where the universe is getting involved in those two keys. That's where I think she may actually encounter the person she's been looking for. Trans is human. Thank you so much. You are so incredibly generous. Thank you, babe. So kind. This looks amazing. This looks like the kinds of things that are like, I'm surprised we don't have like the Wheel of Fortune, because I usually look at that as those good karmic brownie points that we've kind of racked up when they start to come back into our lives for us, because we sent that energy out in the first place, or we kept on trying to be our best self. We kept on trying to give even when life wasn't giving us much in return. And then we step back and we go, well, I don't know. I mean, I just did what I thought I should. All right. I tried to do my best. Um, and then all of a sudden, the good stuff floods in for a character. I really think this is, I'm not even going to say it's in the nick of time. I'm going to say it is exactly the way, like, she completed certain journeys with those exes where she helped them the way she felt she should, needed to, delivered whatever she could have as far as solace and comfort to them. And I think she kind of got a raw deal out of it, but that chapter is done. She completed the assignments, and now this is her next, I think, like, big chunk of her life. I don't This is that Hierophant. Hierophant is the stuff that we sign our names to for permanent contracts, or I shouldn't say permanent, because really we always grow, right? Every human, we grow and we change. And thank God for that. And what if we were destined to only be allowed to, you know, be who we were when we were, you know, 13, or when we were 19, or when we were 25, or, thank God we have the capacity to change and grow and change our opinions and change the world around us. So I don't want to say permanent, because I think that we all have events in our life that shape us, change us, or new epiphanies, new knowledge that changes what we think. But I will still say this is usually the kind of stuff that we would say, I genuinely believe this. This is like now a fundamental part of the creed that I live by. This is why it's a card of marriage, because sometimes it's like, this is the person I would marry. This is the person I want to take vows with. Whatever that may be. It doesn't have to be traditional marriage. It could be, you don't have to stand in front of, a priest or someone to be married, right? You can get married to somebody and it's a marriage of the heart and the soul. And oftentimes I just think that's a lot more lasting. But again, for tax filing purposes, I totally get it. Like, that's it helps to have a document also. But what really makes a marriage is not the legalities of it. It's what's in your heart. But I feel like that's like, I pledge this. This is real for me. That seems like it's going to be permanent, long-term commitment, long-term belief systems that are starting to, like, whatever happens on the 3rd could have a long-term impact. So yes, it could be the day that she meets that King of Pentacles. Could be a pretty magical day all around. This looks amazing. It looks soothing. It looks supportive. It just looks awesome. We do have that new individual, that new king, could be a Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. Does not have to be. She possibly could be maybe an Aries, but also we saw her as the Leo, Sag, Aries. We also had Virgo and Gemini off of the Magician. We also had that Taurus coming in on the Hierophant. What else did I miss here? I think that's about it. Yeah. Most of those major arcana, in fact, all of the major arcana, were all on our lead character's side. So with that in mind, all I can say is it never matters what genders we're talking about. This could all be same-sex couple, reverse gender roles, but I'm going to say that it is, our lead character is about to meet their true complement, whatever that means. Whomever it is that really complements them. And I think it has all to do with the growth factor here. That is the biggest message, I think, in all of this. All right, you guys. So good to see everybody. I'm sorry this one got so long for today's topic, but this was such a nice, fun one. Car, so great to catch you, love. So awesome to see you, like 2 nights in a row, I think. Such a delight, honey. AC, thank you again. SLH, so great to see you. And Trans is Human, again, thank you so much. You are so generous. Lainey Loves, thank you again, babe. You're so kind. So appreciate you. E. Holmes, 2011, great to see you. The Light. Oh, Monica Sykes, thank you, guys. I did not know my finger typed 6-3 instead of 8-3. Thank you so much. I will definitely fix that. Monica, are you restless tonight? You and your babies? At 2:45 in the morning. Oh my God, I am so honored that you decided to come and hang and be restless with me. Uh, I got a sunburn today, and always feel like I never sleep well when I get a sunburn. Like my back is kind of quite quite colorful right now, and I'm tired, but I have a feeling I won't sleep well. So I guess I'm a little restless too. But I'm so delighted to catch you and alive, Monica. That almost never happens for us. I'm so honored. Thank you again, the light. So great to see you again tonight. AC, thank you for everything. Always so kind. I'll go change that in the comment, or excuse me, in the title now. You guys, thanks again. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up. I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm intending to do all zodiacs. So when I say tomorrow, forgive me, it's already 12:30 in the morning. So it's already August the 3rd. So on August the 3rd, in a few hours from now, we'll start doing the zodiacs. All right. Bye everybody. Take care.